created an ebook, and I think everybody should have an ebook. I think every single human being has a special gift, something that they're really, really good at, something that they're really knowledgeable at. If there's something that you're always being asked about, on how to do something, and you're like the go-to person, you need to have an ebook. It's another way to have a passive form of income. I'm going to give you the steps right now on what to do. And then if you want to dive deeper, I am coming out with a mini course on this. And like literally the course is going to feel like I'm sitting right next to you step by step. And by the end of the course, you will feel like you will have an ebook. So these are the steps that you don't need me to do the steps that I'm about to tell you. But if you're like, I still am like, I want help, I want someone to hold my hand, you can get my course that's going to be coming out. So first thing, you got to know what you want to write an ebook on. Okay, what do I want to write an ebook on? What do I know? What do I get excited about? Okay, so really quick. So what do I get excited about? What do people ask me? So for me, people kept asking me, I'm going to be 37 in a couple weeks. And people from high school and college would hit me up and be like, oh, you're still like in shape. What are you doing? So I'd be like, oh, I'm just doing, this or this or this. And I kept sending like a list of things that I would do. And then all of a sudden, people would hit me up and be like, that actually worked. So that was happening so often that I created an ebook. You can check it out. It's in my link, in the first link in my bio. How to lose belly fat, right? How to get it together here. And just if you want to like kind of lose some pounds, check that out. But I was like, oh, wow. So then I put forth the effort in putting it together an ebook. And then once I put the ebook together, I was like, why? I always wanted to do it. Like, I think I've been saying I wanted to create an ebook for like 5 years. And then I finally did it in 2022. Like, why? It should not have, no, I should have collapsed time and just figured out how to do it. Like the second I had that God put the desire in my heart to do it, I should have just like went forth and did it. And if I had did it 5 years ago when I wanted to do it, I would probably have like 20 ebooks, which I plan on having anyway, now that I have the confidence to do it. And each ebook will get better and better. My editing will get better and better. My ability to write will get better and better. But I just like ripped the Band-Aid off and just did it. So I really want to encourage you. Like, all I did was I started Googling what to do. I reached out to people that I knew that did it. There was a couple potential services that I was going to pay for that was going to help me do it. Like, I just put forth the effort, right? Let me see what you guys are saying really quick. I tried to write a book. Okay, so as far as that makes sense. And I went through that, kind of like a writer's block. I was like, I know that I have this book. I write these DMs all the time, but like, why is this so difficult? So during that, I actually learned a lot about myself. And then I'll get to what you guys can do, the list of things that you guys can do to write your own ebook. I went through that exact same thing. I figured out that I hate typing. Not my thing. I've never had a job where I typed. I've always had jobs where I'm like standing on my feet for long hours, or like moving. Like I was a waitress for a long time. I was a district manager. I've been a waitress and I've been a district manager. I was a dancer. I've done like promo modeling, brand ambassadoring. I've put together events. All those things require standing. So once I had to write a book, like I just was like, I hate typing. Like I always got really good grades, but the physical, like this, I love to write, but the typing, for something with me and typing just does not align. So, I just spoke it into existence. Like there was a couple pages on my book where I just like hit the little recorder button and I spoke it into existence. And then I just went back and edited it. That worked for me. So, I'm not sure what your block is, but just like the blocks are very normal. And, what I've read about when people have writer's block, it's the simplest thing, just going on just stopping, not overwhelming yourself and trying to push through, and going on a walk, taking a shower, watching something on Netflix, like just completely detach yourself. So you know how like you can do a talk text, like say if you're driving and you don't want to text and drive, you can just push like the little speaker and you can speak it. that's what I would do. Like, so I wrote my ebook on my iPad, and I just pressed a little recorder, and I just, said how to lose belly fat. So, and I went through what I was going to, wanted to talk about. And then, anything that it misunderstood me or something like that, I would just go and correct it. So it's like, that's just how I'm going to have to do it for other, like, and what I did was I actually physically wrote out my book first. I'll never do that again either, because I physically wrote it out. So I was like, okay, perfect. I have my book. So now I have to put this whole thing inside of, like, again, I'm going to be 37. I just come from that era where, like, that's what we did. And I think, like, I was able to have more energy would flow that way. But then once I had to put it into my ebook or into the iPad, I was like, oh my God, I hate typing. Why did I do this to myself? So now what I will always forever do is just to speak it in, and then I'll speak in a paragraph. I'll go back and, fix any issues, speak in a paragraph, go back and fix any issues, speak in a paragraph. That's what is going to happen from now on. So anyway, so yes, completely understand. Thank you guys so much for the compliments. Going backwards around. Yeah, I mean, anything that you can figure out, that you need to do to get rid of your writer's block is different for everybody. So yeah. So anyways, okay. So figure out what you want to do and just do a brain dump. Okay. They call it a brain dump. So brainstorm, brain dump. It doesn't have to make any sense. Just start writing out, like, okay, what do people ask me about? Do this. I also, in my course, I'm going to be, dropping a couple of different tools, like, I guess you could say they're artificial intelligence tools to help you, like, with this. So if you want to dig in deeper, get my course that's coming out, but write down, like, what do people ask you about? What are your interests? Or if you're like, I want to solve some problems, like, type in Google what do people Google the most? What problems do people Google the most? And then it'll come up. I think it was like some very interesting ones came up. I was like, what? People are literally Googling that? I forgot what they are at the top of my head right now. But a lot of them have to do with weight loss. I mean, who doesn't want to, like, try to, stay healthy? Not that there's one ideal way to look. It's just, I feel like everybody at every stage wants to, like, always get a little tighter, lose a couple pounds, lose a couple inches, just to, like, fit into, like, an outfit that they want, or just have more confidence, or just make sure that they don't get, super out of shape to where it's like it's starting to really affect your health. Anyways, so do that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, there's many things that you can write your ebook on, many platforms. You can do something called Kodabee. It's Kotobee, Kodabee. You can write it on there. You can write it on Canva. You can write it on just a regular Microsoft Word, whatever you want to do. So then you can write it out there. You have to, like, of course, learn how to use the software, and just take the time to do it. Like, there's so many tutorials online. Yes, you do have to piece that together, or you can buy a course that will, walk you exactly through how to do those things. It depends on if you're willing to teach yourself, or if you, are wanting to purchase something. Depends on you. So learn those softwares. Once you have your idea of what you want to do, just start. Like, don't even, like, it doesn't have to be perfectly structured and all that. Just start writing about, like, think about when someone's like, how do I cut my hair like that? Like, how do I cut my hair in the way that you know how to cut your hair? Or maybe it has to do with cooking or gardening, or even organization. Like, I'll just use, like, kitchen organization. Like, just start, like, okay, well, this is how I do kitchen organization. It could even be a book. Like, that's the cool thing about ebooks. It doesn't have to be, like, like a intro, and then you have, like, your body of work, and then you have your conclusion at the end. Like, you're not telling a story. You're, like, usually ebooks are really, really good for teaching something. So it could just be 50 ways on how to get your kitchen organized. And then it's just like, okay, number one, break your kitchen down into 10, 20 different sections. Okay, first day you do that, like, whatever you want to do, or how you do it, like, however you actually do the thing, and just start to write it out. And then as it starts to, like, come out onto the software, onto the paper, onto the digital paper, then you can rearrange things. Other ideas will come up. It can be as short as you want it to be, or it could be as long as you want it to be. It doesn't matter. There's no rule with an ebook. It could be one page. I know people that sell a one-page document for $10 and make thousands of dollars from this like one Excel template that they promote. So it's like, it's just, I just feel like with the technology now, like there's no reason to not have some kind of ebook or like just some kind of digital product that you're selling. So yeah, it could be, 10 pages. Mine is 40 pages. So I feel like, again, like how to lose belly fat, I felt like I broke it down into 4 sections. I broke it down into this is the problem that usually people have. This is the solution. And here's the habit on how to implement it. That's how, and I did that for 4 different sections. That's how I did my ebook. If you want to also, even if like you're not into wanting to like lose belly fat, you can even click the link in my bio, get my ebook, and you can even just use the format that I used, like how I broke mine down. You can copy that. You can steal that. So, it could be anything that you want, but if you're like, I just really have no clue, tap in with mine. But yeah, so that's the second thing, is just to like literally do a brain dump and then get the software. Canva or Codabee are really, really good ones. And then once you have your book, while you're writing your book, let me actually look at some of your comments. Okay, yes, I'm going to get to where after you complete it. So while you're creating it, you need to be marketing it. 80% of the whole process is marketing. You can write this entire book, and if nobody knows what you're selling, nobody knows what you're doing, nobody knows you for that thing, like you could write the whole book, it take a month to write it, and then like nobody buys it, and you're like, dang, ebooks don't work. So you got to make sure that you, even if it hasn't been created yet, but you're going to create it, it's also a good way to hold yourself accountable too. So start telling everybody, friends, family, especially if you're known for that thing. Like it was easy for me. I was known for like loving health and fitness and mindfulness and stuff like that. So when I wrote an ebook about it, when I started telling people about it, they were like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense, because like that's what you love. And like you really do help people out with that. So pick something easy, something that you already love to do, something that you do, and then start sharing it with people. Like, hey, I'm going to be coming out with my ebook. You guys have been asking me about how I do this all the time. I'm putting it all in one nice, neat package for you. Start posting on Instagram, Twitter. You create a YouTube around it. If you're like, I've always wanted to start a YouTube, create a YouTube just to promote your book. Hey, I love organizing kitchens. I'm actually, here's here's 3 tips on how to organize your kitchen, but I'm also going to be coming out with an ebook. Like just start, promoting it to everybody. Okay. So now once so you're doing that the whole time while you're creating the ebook, you're still doing that. Then now you have your ebook. Again, use Canva or Codabee. You're going to have to play around the software. You now obviously save it, and you have that file. You now want to upload it to Payhip. It's a software called Payhip, Payhip. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on it's what I sell mine on. So if you're like, what is Payhip? Again, click the link in my bio. And when you click the link in my bio and you click the first link, which is how to lose belly fat, it'll take you to the Payhip website. Now, if you want to do a Kindle Amazon, you have to use Codabee. It's the software on Canva. It typically doesn't translate well, going over into Kindle Amazon publishing. So I ran into that problem. So if you want to write a book that you want for sure to go on to Kindle Amazon, it won't look as pretty. Like Canva, you can get really creative, get really artsy. And you can sell it like that digital product on Payhip or like other platforms, but Kindle publisher, it just does not like really too many fancy things. It just wants black and white text for the most part. You could probably change the color of the background, the color of a text a little bit, and maybe put like a few pictures in there and like call it a day. And then you have to make sure it's formatted correctly. But if you go to Codabee, there's several tutorials. You'll have to, again, take the time to watch all those videos. And figure that out, but you use Codabee. Once your book's done, you press save, download it to your computer. You now have that link, and then you just, go to Kindle, publishing, create an entire profile. Takes 5 minutes, super easy. There's also tutorials on how to do that on YouTube. And then you take that file that you saved on your computer and upload your manuscript onto Kindle Publishing. You view it to make sure it looks okay. You might have some formatting issues. Then you can go back, change those things in Codeby, in the Codeby software, and go back to re-upload it to Codeby, and then preview it. And then if you like it, you can literally press publish, and you now have a book on Kindle. It's that easy. Now, there's a lot of little steps, of course, like putting in the effort, but there's people that I know that have literally popped out ebooks in a day. Like, you could create an ebook. You could wake up on a Saturday, write your whole entire ebook, especially if you already know what you want it to be about. Again, if it's a how-to or 20 affirmations, like you could write, like it could be anything. 50 affirmations to get you through your tough days at work. You know, here's 20 prayer ideas that you can do if you don't know how to pray. Here is, you know, what it could be anything. And I know every single human being on here right now has something that they're doing, promoting, that they always talk about, that they're always like, that they're passionate about, right? So let me see what you guys are saying. Hello from Florida. So yeah, so those are, just to do a quick recap, and then I'm going to go in and also probably go live again just to show you guys how I set my little station up for my workouts. I'm going to be doing, so I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do full body weights. Okay, so I'm going to be going hard today. I'm going to be in the zone. So I'll show you guys how I set up. I might show you guys some of my workouts, but that's it. I'm not going to be like taking you guys with me. And then like, I really like to zone out. I like to put on my, you know, you just like want something like motivational and inspiring. I usually put on some kind of like an ebook, or like a audio book, or I'll listen to a podcast and be fueling my brain as I'm also fueling my body. I actually, for some reason during this season of my life, I haven't really wanted to listen to music as much. Now, when I do hip thrusts, I literally have to put on Jeezy. That's just my thing. I have to put on Jeezy. So I'm owning that. It is what it is. It just gets me through. Like, I'm not trying to listen to like Tony Robbins and I'm like thrusting. I need to have Jeezy on, period. So, or Future, or just something really like turns up. But yeah. So yeah. Okay. And this is another thing. That's a great, am I a health coach? I'm qualifying myself. I'm qualified. So if you're somebody that's executed something, okay, if you're something that's executed something in your life and you don't have a certificate, it does not mean that you can't write an ebook. If you know how to organize a kitchen, but you didn't get a certificate on that, you can write an ebook. If you have been able to lose 30 pounds and keep it off for 7 years and be healthy and vibrant and all that, and people are asking you how you did that, you can write an ebook. Like, you don't have to be a health coach. You don't have to be a mechanic. If you're just naturally really good at cars, like, you could just say, hey, this is how I've done it. You're welcome to, and I always put a disclaimer. Like, I put a disclaimer in my book that every single thing that I'm saying is just something that's worked for me. And you can also do your own additional research, and you can, like, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying, I'm just sharing what's worked for me. Okay. So maybe one day I'll get like a certificate in health or something like that. But, you know, I'll be 37 in 2 weeks, and being at the level that I'm at, mentally, physically, like with my mindfulness, I think I'm pretty qualified. Like, if I can talk to my younger sisters about this, if I could talk to coworkers about this, if I could talk to old dance members about this, if I could talk to, like, then you're qualified. Like, you can just qualify yourself. Like, you don't have to get a certification for that. Like, these are hurdles that we put in front of ourselves. Now, if someone's like, I only want to listen to somebody that's certified, awesome. I think you should do that. Like, if you're talking about holistic stuff, I only want to listen to someone that's a certified holistic doctor. Perfect. Because, like, you know, your people will gravitate toward your work who need to hear it. Some people want to hear it from just a normal everyday to day person. Some people want to only hear it from a practitioner. Some people want to hear it from both. I'm someone that wants to hear it from both. I like the professionals, and then I like seeing, like, when I go on YouTube, I literally love watching I literally love watching like people that just are figuring things out. And then a lot of times it's stuff that their great grandmothers taught them, you know, like stuff that's like been done just in their culture traditionally over millennia. And it's like they're doing it and they're implementing it, and like they didn't get a certificate, but like they're certified because they've been doing it for 20 years, like in their, you know, because it's just part of like their life. So yes, exactly. Yes. Barbers that cut hair all the time without a license. Like, I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying that people are living like their real life. And if you're really good at something, and just because you don't have a license like that, I feel like that blocks that blocked me. I was like, what am I going to, like, what am I certified in? And I have a college degree. I have a bachelor's of science in marketing. I was a district manager for many years. I was over 30 full-time people and 400 part-time people. Like I ran a district out here in the greater Los Angeles area for many years. Like I worked my way up the corporate ladder. I did that version of myself. So like, but then I just was like, I was like, wait, but what do I have a certification in? Like, I'm like, Sienna, you have a degree. You've been a district manager. You've worked in many different jobs in many different industries. Like, you're just qualified. You can just qualify yourself. And if somebody doesn't want to, like, now, would I tell someone how to do open heart surgery? Obviously not. Or like, you know, those kinds of things. But I'm only going to be, you're allowed, I'm going to qualify you right now. You're qualified. If you're somebody that has done something in your life consistently for many years, and you have gotten compliments about it, people praise you about it, people literally seek out your advice about it, and then they implement your advice and it works, as long as you put a disclaimer in saying, hey, look, this has just worked for me. I'm not saying you should do it, and I'm not saying it'll work for you, but you could try it out because it's worked for me for years. You're qualified. Boom, there you go. There's your certificate. Ding. Like, here's my magic wand. I wish you guys could see it. It's here, it's sparkly, and it's like an amethyst color because I'm an Aquarian. Okay. I have associates in science for, yeah, that's awesome. That's beautiful. See, okay, really quick. I could keep going, but like, if you wanted to write, like if somebody was interested in like, wow, how did you become a firefighter? Like, that just seems so intimidating. You could write an ebook on steps to become a firefighter. You don't need to be qualified. Like, you went through the steps. So then now you can write an ebook for 20 pages, sell it for $8. And now someone that's Googling how to become a firefighter in, the search engine optimization, your book is going to pop up, and then boom, they're like, okay, cool. Like, this looks good. I go to this guy's social media. He's currently a firefighter. He obviously got through the program. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, I feel like it's a really good way to have side income, and it's there forever. Like, I was sitting there thinking, and then I'm going to go ahead and go after this. I'm also drinking my Riot Energy, plant powered, a lot of natural ingredients in it. But it's also in my link tree. Also, click the link in my bio. There's a discount code straight to this as well if you're into energy drinks. But and I've been drinking on this one for this is my third day. I only drink like that. I don't drink the whole thing. That's just doing too much. I just like, you know what it is? I like fizziness. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, it was good too. Hold on, let me see if I can catch it. I would ask you guys, what was I going to say? But you guys are in the... Just bottom line, like, an ebook is like, oh, okay, this is what it was. I knew it was going to come back. Okay. That was a really loud clap. If you are... Like, I worked in retail for many years, and we would run out of stock on a lot of things. Okay? We would run out of stock, and people would be coming in and they'd want this particular product. And we would have to, politely shut people down, and we lost sales, right? We lost sales because of that. Because we had to wait for it to get through the shipping. We had to put in an order for it, whatever it was. And I worked in corporate, so I didn't have any control over that. It wasn't like, oh, whatever. So it was a physical product. With an ebook, it's endless. It's digital. It's endless. Like, I was like literally sitting there watching sales go through, and I was just like, everybody needs this. I was like, wow, I took something from my brain that I've been doing for years, that's worked for many women that I know. Now, my book, and what I also think, really quick side note, I think I was disqualifying myself because I was like, well, there's all these fitness gurus and that really went to school for this and that really, and it's like, those people are who I'm trying to be like. Like, I like looking at those people, but like, there's a couple people that don't care about that stuff. They just want to lose a couple pounds and move on with their life. Those are my people. Like, I can help you out with that. So you just have to know a little bit more about somebody else, and then you just teach that one thing. Just a little bit more. You don't have to go to school to get a PhD and be super shredded and ripped, and then you're allowed to teach it. No. Like, just know a little bit more about somebody, and then put it into a book, and then upload it, and then people can buy it from you. So I just was sitting there, and I was like, wow, something that I have been doing for years, I decided to finally put it into material, like take it from my brain and put it into materialize it, upload it, and now people can pay me. And I just was watching sales go through, and I just was and like, it never's going to end. Like, it's there forever. People can always buy that. Like, it's never going to go out of stock. And then people always are going to kind of want to lose a couple pounds here and there. So I just was like, I think everyone like needs to have an ebook and like doesn't need to overthink it. So if you ever were someone that was thinking about an ebook, kind of wanted to do one, saw other people do one, or never thought about it before, but now you're like, I kind of might want to do one, might make effort, get my mini course that I'm going to be coming out with. It literally is going to walk you through step by. I just gave you all the steps. But if you want to dive deeper and like, you're like, no, I just want my hand held, then get my course that I'm going to be coming out with. All right. So any questions before I go? So the two platforms that you can create an ebook, there's many platforms, but the two that I've used are Canva. So Canva, Canva, Canva. Download that, look it up on YouTube, or you could use both, Kotobee. So Kotobee. Yes, you can do ebooks make digital products on both of those. And yeah, any other questions? So yeah, that's the list. You could do the list. I just gave you the secret sauce. Again, if you want to dig in deeper, tap in. If you want to see my ebook, if you want to just steal my format, if you're like, I have no idea, I broke it down in I was like, I have 4 pillars, and then there's 3 sections in each pillar, and then I broke it down that way. So if you want to download my ebook and just steal the format, like, you can do that too. It's the link in my bio. If you're like, I don't really care about the belly fat part, but I do want to see how she structured her ebook, you can steal that. Thank you for the compliments. Anything else before I go? Anything else before I go? Any other questions? Anything you guys want to know about in general? Really quick, about my ebook. There's a lot of really yummy, juicy stuff in there that will just help you get back on track. If you're trying to lose a couple pounds, everyone's trying to lose weight. It's like the beginning of the year. And then all of a sudden, like, April comes and we're all like freaking out. Start now. Okay. Build that, lose 2 pounds, lose 1 pound a week now, lose 2 pounds a week now. And then by the time summer comes, you could eat a piece of pizza and feel amazing and not feel bad because you lost 20 pounds in a really healthy way. I may actually, go back on live when I walk, because like the service is kind of weird in the gym as I'm walking in there. So I may pop back on live and show you guys some of the workouts, but I'm not going to like do my entire workout routine, because I like to really, like, I'm really about this life. So I do record myself sometimes and I'll put together like a video, but I'm not like walking people through like, this is what I'm doing, because I really want to, get it in. So yes. All right. 30 more seconds before I'm going to hop off. If you guys don't have any other questions, I hope this was youth. I hope this was useful. I know a couple of people did say that this, this is going to be good for them. So also send my page to, last thing. This, if you're like, dang it, I didn't write them down. I didn't write down the list. Or if you caught this on the end and you're like, dang, I wish I could like rewatch this. I only post my recap, my live replays. I need to go in the gym and get it in. You only can get my live replays under my subscription in YouTube or in Instagram. So go to Instagram, type in cianasingh. It's the same username as this one. And there's a subscribe button near the link in my bio. Hit the subscribe button. It's $2.99 a month, $2.99 a month. And you get all my replays. So if you want to catch this, if you missed the list, you can catch it over there. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your Friday, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.